poured in the cup, it overfilleth. And you know what they say, man? What's done in the dark shall come to the light. And that's what happened with Kevin Hart right here, man. All Kevin Hart dirty laundry is finally coming out with one simple interview. Tasha said, pay up. It's extortion time. So if you didn't know, it says here, oops, Kevin Hart is suing Tasha K for extortion after she allegedly told him she won't release any damaging interviews. So allegedly Tasha K has an interview with this
She getting all the interviews. How is she getting this?
I don't know. I mean, everybody wants. I mean, she's not paying them. Allegedly,
Her
she's
name's
not paying
everywhere
them
because of the Cardi B.
Yeah, and I mean, she's giving the voice to the small people. So you know.
Oh, and then she exposed Will Smith. We covered a few weeks ago.
Pretty much.
It was his bodyguard, right?
His best friend, like his old best friend from like years and years ago.
He knew the truth,
basically. So it's like basically, if you were a celebrity and when you first started in the game, you first had your first assistant, when you you was BS and playing around, you wasn't really serious, and you treated them any kind of way. She does an interview with that person. I'm like, wow.
And they know your deepest secrets.
Pretty much, that's basically what's going on. So right here, we got a little audio recording of two instances of where Kevin Hart, if you allegedly remember, he got in a little car crash. He allegedly paid some people off, and then we got another one where he just demolished, ended his friend's relationship with JT Jackson. What?
I gotta hear what's going on. Let's play this clip.
I did hear about this story. So Kevin was drinking and driving.
Correct.
Okay. And there were two other people in the car.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the second person was in the car. I don't know about that.
Okay. But I do know somebody was hurt.
Yes.
Okay. Kevin switched seats.
Correct.
And then that person, I guess, went to the hospital and stuff like that. But in order to avoid getting a DUI, it was reported that he basically switched seats and paid the guy to take the rap for drinking and driving.
Correct. $4 million.
Damn.
$4
I
million?
need $4 million right now.
Me too.
I do that.
Kevin, I'll take the rap.
He should have called me. I would have been there.
I would take the rap. Just give it right over to my creditor.
Right.
So how did you know about the transaction, though?
Jared came into the office. That was the first night Kevin met him. No one knew of Jared at all. That was the first time he's ever been around Kevin. We were like, why would Kevin let him drive his car? This doesn't make any sense. And he was like, hey, Maisha, I want to introduce you to my friend, Jared. And I was like, why do I know this guy? And I'm like, I know this guy from somewhere. And I was like, oh, that's Jared Black from the car accident. And I was like, I want to punch him in the face.
God dang.
Very soon. Everything you said during the live segment in regards to the scandal has been spot on. He said the girl set up the camera. Again, we have proof and evidence that she was extremely involved in that aspect of it. I also know that I was never arrested for anything that happened that year. I was arrested because they had the nerve to say I sent Kevin Hart a demand email to his personal email account on April 27, 2018, talking about I had a molestation tape of him, which was totally false and desperate. A lie they jammed me up for. We also have proof for this fact as well. Proof meaning I was arrested for a second email they claim Kevin received 8 months later after the scandal. You notice they never mentioned or said anything to the world or the media in regards to that fact. Anyway, I would love to come on your show one day and drink some wine and talk about it. So, yes. And he said one more thing. Kevin lied about the FBI being involved. They were never involved in this case. Made up case. We have evidence of.
Shout out my girl Tasha K for getting the juicy details. So if you didn't know,
she keeps it juicy.
She keeps it juicy. So it looks like no matter what, Kevin Hart had this girl sign a confidentiality agreement, an NDA. He paid her $90K. He said, sign this paperwork. I'm gonna give you $90K, and on top of that, I'm gonna pay you $30 an hour. So she was making like $60,000 off the job, then the extra $30K. Every so often to make the $90K. So she's getting like almost around $100K just to be a personal assistant. And all you do is keep your mouth shut.
But now she ain't doing it.
Now she ain't doing it. And now look at this. And like they just said, in the first instance right there with the car accident, he got in the car accident. He got out of the car. His security got him out of the car allegedly. They moved the Jared Black dude. He put him in the front seat, gave him $4 million for that.
I heard from the rumors that Kevin Hart went home,
and
then they called the the medics from the house, right?
Yeah, his wife or fiance at that point in time called the medics. And she gave really vague answers like, so what? That way when like the police go through it, like you can't say like, oh yeah, you said this, you said that. It's like no, all I said was that his back was looking funny. His back was messed
Oh.
up and he was delusional and
And
he
let's
was.
just say all of this is alleged, so that way Kevin Hart doesn't try to come after us.
No, this is on the police report. This is voice recorded.
I know, but everything we're
Oh yeah,
saying,
all the other stuff is alleged.
in
Yeah,
this
we ain't
whole
getting sued.
story, this is all alleged.
All alleged, but I mean, so with Tasha, so Kevin Hart, the whole production said, "Hey, Tasha K, do not put this interview out." Tasha K said, "I don't care. I wipe my butt with NDAs, just like she did with Cardi B. You remember the Cardi B situation?
Yeah.
She also tried to declare bankruptcy with the Cardi B situation, and that didn't work. They're not going for that because I guess you can't declare bankruptcy and at the same time have a big lawsuit going on at the same time. So
I'm not familiar with it.
So you can't do that. So it was this situation. So what she did was she put, instead of putting it on YouTube, she put it on her own special page, on her own Tasha K page, and you got to pay like $12.99 to be basically like what you said, a Patreon member.
Yeah, she's basically has like a personal page that's run like a Patreon where you pay to get the content.
Basically, so
Almost like a OnlyFriends.
Basically, no Garriolas. Basically, you made me say it. But with this whole situation here, I mean, like with Kevin Hart, all this darkness is coming to the light. Like you cheating on your wife, you doing it consistently, you haven't learned your lesson. Then I still don't understand the situation with the JT Jackson situation. Like out of all the people that say that was extorting you, you picked him. Comment below and let me know how you feel about that.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. We saw his whole story, and it just seemed like it was just a whole mess to try to just shift the attention to that rather than his whole DUI type thing that he was hiding.
And yeah, and the fact that he was cheating on his wife, like,
oh yeah,
he was cheating on his wife, and then he was
on
like,
her
oh,
birthday, right?
On her birthday, and she was like, oh no,
and a dude drinking while driving,
basically, and he was like, no, don't worry about that. Worry about I was being extorted. They recorded me. The girl that he was messing with, she came out and she said it was all a lie. The dude JT Jackson said he didn't do anything. They dropped the charges on JT because it wasn't enough evidence. They couldn't find the email and nothing added up supposedly from what his JT lawyer said.
You know what I've learned from these celebrities?
What?
If you're ever drunk driving and you crash, 100% without a doubt, leave the scene of the crime.
Pretty much.
Because it's like they can't prove anything because you get found way later and they can't test you for what you were, you know, 12 hours ago or whenever the accident happened. But, you know, they say not to do it. But, you know, from what I've seen, seems like they get away with it whenever they run from the scene. But, you know, of course, do what you're supposed to do.
That's also what they say. They say do that, and also like back in the day when Kevin Hart first got his DUI, the cops pulled him over, and then the cops pulled him over and finna give him the breathalyzer test and everything, and he was like, "Ain't no need to worry about that. We all know I'm drunk." And he said that, and the people were saying like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't have said that because you could have been like, oh yeah, I'm not drunk." And then once they breathalyzer test you got your lawyer. You could have been like, "Oh no, your breathalyzer machine ain't working. When the last time you calibrated it?" Like it's little small things these celebrities do with these lawyers to basically like get you out of stuff. So like that's what they say when the cops pull you over, don't say nothing.
I already know when we start becoming like worldwide podcast.
I'm putting you under the bus.
No, we're gonna need that's nice to know. But I was gonna say we're definitely gonna need a lawyer on retainer for your shenanigans.
Basically,
you're gonna not know how to act. You're gonna act brand new.
But
every day.
But with this, I didn't know with celebrities who are getting extorted. Like, do you think this is common? Like an old person comes up back in the day, like, "Oh yeah, I was Gavin's PE teacher. Give me some." I mean,
it's more of that now, especially with social media than back then. But I think if you do have skeletons in your closet and there's people that kind of tell that story, that, you know, people are definitely going to want to see it, especially if you're a huge name like Kevin Hart.
True, and the fact that he's paid somebody $4 million just to take a DUI charge, and I mean,
he was battling a lot, man.
But that's a lot of money. Would you? So
he's got it. He's got it like
you
that.
think? I didn't even know Kevin Hart had money like that.
I mean, he's got his own like TV movie studio.
True.
He's made
Hart
all
Productions.
kinds of movies. So he's made like 30 movies in the past 20 years.
But let people tell him he's not funny at all. But I guess he gets money doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
He's all right, and he just done comedy tours. How many world comedy tours has he done?
True,
Like
true, true.
he sells out arenas too. He's not selling no like a theater hall like most comedians selling out a theater. He's selling out like
You talking about Dave Chappelle?
where your basketball team plays.
So is he bigger? So do you think he's bigger than? And comment below, right now, currently, if you owned a venue and you had one celebrity to sign to basically perform, you got Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, and give me one more.
Me personally, I mean I don't know, George
George
Lopez.
Lopez. George Lopez.
But you know, the thing is you got to go with your budget because it's like Kevin Hart
You got the budget for it all.
might be the biggest name, but Dave Chappelle is like a dang near just as huge name, but he may cost half of what Kevin Hart costs. So you might want to be like, hey, that's more profit. We're gonna go with Dave Chappelle.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. But I mean, with this whole interview, I mean, Tasha K only has this on her website. She hasn't put it on YouTube yet. So if you're looking for it, you can't find it. Trust me, I've been looking. You can't find it. If I can't find it, maybe I can check Reddit. I ain't checked Reddit yet. Cause people stuff be leaking on Reddit.
You be digging in the dirt.
I do. I be
yourselves.
digging in the trash for the news. That's how I saw That's how I saw Tiana Taylor nudes.
You're a trash hamster.
But not.
Never mind.
But comment below. Let me know how you feel about this whole Kevin Hart situation and Tasha K. Do you feel like Tasha K is gonna learn her lesson? She not gonna actually put the interview out on YouTube so she don't get sued for extortion.
I don't get how she gets sued so much because it's like all you got to do is say allegedly. Did she not say allegedly?
I mean,
I don't understand. It's like celebrities got to know that they're public figures, and it's one thing if you're talking about a regular person and putting out news about them and you're slandering them over and over again. That's one thing. You can 100% get sued for that.
mm-hmm.
But if someone's like a public figure, like a celebrity, either a basketball player, an athlete, a musician, something like that, and you're talking about them because there's stuff going on about them, like I don't see how you could be sued whenever it's like you're kind of like there's different rules for regular people versus public figures. So I don't really understand how it's like how she gets in trouble because it's like, how does it stop any YouTubers? Are all YouTubers now open to getting sued just because they're literally talking about what's in the news? And it's like it's on TV too.
Mm-hmm.
You see the news channels. TMZ has a show every day on TV, on cable television, where they're talking trash about all the celebrities and putting out stuff that they haven't confirmed at all. So it's like, are they going to get sued? So it's like, where is the line when it comes to this stuff?
There's no line. I mean, like you see with the whole DJ Envy situation when that happened, people talked about that. As soon as you mention his name, you're gonna cease and desist. I seen last week with YouTube people, like a lot of YouTube content creators were saying they Reverend TD Jake episodes got struck down by YouTube, so those getting removed. But with this situation,
better not came for our episode.
Yeah, I mean, we got
shout out to all of the Tales from the Crib viewers. We got 1.5K views in like a week on our last podcast, so we appreciate y'all on that.
But the reason why Tasha K can get sued for this situation,
1 point something is so cruel.
It was high up there, but the reason why she can get sued is because on the Misha Shake girl, the PA assistant, she signed the NDA and the confidentiality agreement, and on the agreement said that you can't anything you hear here, you can't go out there and make money off of this. You can't sell.
Just like Lori Harvey.
So, but basically with Lori Harvey, you can't say anything.
Date her, you got to sign the paperwork.
You basically, and that's what she did.
That's what we got to do for you, co-host.
True. And then in the first clip on Tasha K's clipping this on Instagram, and one of the clips, she asks the girl verbatim, "You signed an NDA, and you're still here." And she said, so they all know you signed the NDA. And Tasha, and allegedly in the interview, and also in this civil, this is all civil. This isn't going by the police. It's all civil. In the civil suit, it said that Tasha K said in the interview said that so since people don't want to pay up, we got to play hardball now. So basically that's her alluding to allegedly the whole Kevin Hart situation, but we gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, if we get an update for this, we'll definitely give y'all
exactly. I mean, because we stay up to date on the news, baby girl. But I mean, enough about this, man. Let us know how you feel about Kevin Hart. Let us know how you feel about Tasha K. I'm surprised Tasha K YouTube channel hasn't been taken down yet.
I mean, with so many people trying to strike her stuff.
Seeing Fresh and Fit, they gone.
You know what? Yeah, it's crazy because it's like you wonder if you get so many views if we're gonna get our target on our back eventually.
Yeah, remember how
It happens, kind of.
And you see like with CD Lamb, how CD Lamb in the Cowboy game he balled out, and then he posted on Instagram he got a drug testing paperwork that same day. He's like,
I mean, that happens to everybody. It happens in the NBA too. A guy will drop like 60 points and they'll be like doing
it's
a
too
drug
good to be
test.
true. He's cheating. Ban.
But speaking of cheating.